Huh? Hello everybody, I'm That One Cat and welcome back to another video. Today we got something special. We're going to take a trip back into the past and look at some of my old artwork with the hope of proving the point that you should never delete anything that you've ever drawn, you should never erase it, you should never get rid of it, because it's really important to keep those things so you can see your improvement. And we're going to take a trip into my old artwork to prove that, and buckle up, because you're going to see some stuff that probably not prepared for. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the main reason why I'm making this video is because as a beginning artist, I kind of struggled with the fact that I didn't feel like I was improving at all. And art is one of those things that takes a really long time to develop, and you don't really see the improvements short term. So from like artwork to artwork, I didn't really feel like I was improving. So a lot of times if I didn't like something, I just got rid of it completely. And without having those milestones, you never get to see the improvement, because like I said, it's improvement that happens over a long period of time. It's not like day to day or even week to week for some people. Like, I definitely made big improvements over a longer period of time. So I started keeping all my old artwork and looking back on it, and I was like shocked, because I booted up my old computer and checked out some of the old artwork that I had on there, and I instantly saw the improvement, where I was feeling kind of bummed out about a lot of the stuff that I made. And this is something that I made a long time ago. This is the Des Equis, I don't know, the most interesting man in the world. I don't know, I just thought it was funny to draw him as like a cartoon. I don't drink, so it makes it even more bizarre. I don't even know why I chose this. For those of you who don't know, I used to be Dungeoneer Cartoons. It's my old channel, and that's where I got my start on YouTube, which was in 2014. Since I pulled these from another computer, I don't actually know the exact date that I made all these artworks, so I'm kind of putting them around 2014 to 2015, because I'm pretty sure that's when I was trying to do drawing stuff. But yeah, as you can see by this, like I really had no idea about shading and proportions and stuff. Like I was still kind of like I was doing more of a cartoon kind of look, because I wasn't comfortable drawing things that looked more realistic. I've always loved anime. Like, I always wanted to do sort of a realistic / anime style, but I kind of relied on cartoons as a crutch. Like, I wasn't really making cartoons because I wanted to. I was making cartoons because that's all I could do. Because if you mess up a cartoon, it can also kind of add to its humor. But if you mess up something that's meant to be serious, it just looks like a disaster. So I think that's why I stuck with the cartoon look for so long, is because I just wasn't confident in drawing stuff that was more serious. But on to the next piece. So with Dungeoneer Cartoons, I mainly did animations. I did some original stuff, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. I did mainly that stuff, but since that took so long to make, in between I would try to make speed drawings, and it's not... I don't think I really did commentary. I think it was just a sped up recording of what I was drawing. So I just drew random characters and stuff. And I think this was around 2015. I might be mistaken, but this was around like the height of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I just wanted to give it a shot, because I don't really like the games that much, but I do like the characters. I do think the characters are really interesting. So I wanted to draw Freddy here, and as you can see, he's looking very stiff. Especially for an animatronic creature, he looks a little stiff. I think the hallmark of an amateur artist is definitely the hands. Like, they just look like weird sausage things, and there's no real shape or definition to them. And I'm like, also, let me preface this. Let me preface this by saying that I don't think like I've peaked as an artist like that. I'm not like looking back on this like, oh, how frivolous and how much garbage I used to draw. Now I draw beautiful things. This is something I drew just a couple days ago. There you go. It's a dumbass if anyone didn't get the joke. So I'm not saying like now I'm a professional artist, like looking back at my old stuff. Like, I still consider myself to be a very beginner artist. There's still a lot of things that I don't know, but the main reason why I wanted to make this video was to help other artists who feel like they're frustrated and might want to give up because they don't see the improvement. Like, that's the whole point of this video, is to show you that improvement comes in the long term. Like, you won't see it in a short amount of time, you'll see it in the long term, and that's what I'm trying to prove with this. But I'll try to critique myself the best I can, even though, like, I know, like, a couple months from now I'll look back on this video and be like, what the hell was I talking about? I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm not an art teacher. But you can see the lines, the line work, all the lines are the same thickness, which is definitely something you shouldn't do. Lines should have, if you are using lines, they should have different thicknesses based on what's closer and what's further away. If something's closer, the line should be thicker. If there's like an overlap, the line should be thicker where the overlap happens. The colors look okay. It's just kind of like a cartoony style. Like I said, I kind of use that as a crutch, the cartoony style. Like, I did want to do stuff that was more serious, but this was the best I could do. I have a little bit of highlights, a little bit of shadow. This is around the time when I started working that kind of stuff in. I was trying to experiment with shadows and lighting and stuff like that. Even though the shadows don't make any sense, like, I don't know, I tried to make the forms look more shaded and whatnot, but I don't know. What do we have next, Mr. Cat? What's next on the list? Oh Jesus, we're going way back with this one. So this was the original cartoon I made with Dungeoneer Cartoons. This is the first set of characters I ever made for Dungeoneer Cartoons, and what kicked off my illustrious YouTube career, illustrious in quotes. This was Ingar and Gibbets, the wizard. This was a cartoon I made based on my time playing D&D in high school. And, you know, like, Ego Raptor talks about his artwork with Metal Gear Awesome, and he talks about how it was drawn poorly on purpose to make it funny. Like, at the time, he was a really good artist, but he drew Metal Gear Awesome to look kind of poopy to add to the humor. But, like, this was literally drawn bad because that's the best I could draw. Like, I had never really drawn anything before. I never really took art seriously because I always gave up on it. Like, I wanted to be creative, I wanted to draw stuff, but I never really kept up with it that long because, you know, I just got frustrated and I didn't think I could do it. But these are the two characters that I created first, and as you can see, the lines are all over the place. It's really weird. The proportions don't make any sense. I didn't even draw hands. Like, I just drew like these weird, like rolls or something. He's got just like a weird mitt. I think that's what I drew for a long time. I just drew like the mitten, like the glove hand, because it was just easier. You can see the eyes are very weird. It's very, the line control is very poor. Things are just all over the place. I don't even know. There's no shadows or shading or anything. It's just straight up. That's what it is. I think these aren't even actually the original drawings that I did. I think this is just like the second or third episode. This is when I cleaned them up a little bit. So this is actually a little bit of an improvement. And I think I have some more Dungeon Friends stuff. I'm actually recording this like straight ahead, so I don't even know what's coming up next. So I'm gonna try and find some newer Dungeon Friends stuff to show you guys the improvement. Alright, so this is from the last episode of Dungeon Friends that I ever made, and you can clearly see right away that there's huge improvement. The colors are less saturated, the line control is a lot better. I started using a little bit of highlights, and you can actually see in Ingar's hands, he's actually holding the two original versions of the characters, like they're little dolls. Like in the cartoon, I think he was doing like a little puppet show, pretending like the dolls were the characters and mocking the wizard. And you can see, like, you know, the line control is a lot better, the colors look a lot nicer. I think at that time I was trying to use more, like, I don't know if it's called pastel, but like I was using like more desaturated colors because they weren't so like vibrant and stuff. I think that's another hallmark of, like, I don't know if I'm even using the word hallmark right, but it's another a dead giveaway of a beginning artist, is they use really saturated colors, and it just looks really poopy and really messy and just kind of blah. And but you can see, you know, I got a little bit of highlights here. I'm starting to get a little bit better with color and shape, and their heads aren't just giant squares and blobs. Proportions look a little bit better, but this is the last time I think I ever drew these characters, so let's quickly jump back to the original characters. This was, I think this was the 1,000 subscriber special. I don't know. Let's check it out. When my original channel, Dungeoneer Cartoons, reached 1,000 subscribers, I drew this. This was a speed drawing that I did, incorporating all the characters that I had made up until that point. So all these characters are from original cartoons that I made. The three guys in the front, Sir Valiance, Gibbets, and Ingar. They're all from Dungeon Friends, and then also oh my god, I can't remember what the bear's name was. It was something really stupid. I stopped drawing him though because he looks too much like the Charmin Ultra Bear, and I was like, I don't want to get sued, because I thought at the time, I was like, oh my god, they're gonna copyright me. The guy on the right is Cloyd. He's a weird alien. I don't think I ever made like a name for that series. And then the robots on the sides are from Rust Buckets. It was supposed to be like a funny review cartoon that I did. Like I made fun of The Walking Dead. The T-Rex I think is from some sort of like sitcom I did, and then the ninja guy is from the Troll Slayer video, which is, they're all real dated and kind of goofy, but yeah, these are the things that I made. I mean, these are animation characters that I made, and you can tell that I really didn't have any idea of what I was doing. So but you know, like compared to the stuff I draw now, like it's a huge improvement. But you know, this is stuff I made back in 2014, 2015, and making this video right now, it's 2018, well, the end of 2018. So as you can see, like it takes a long time to develop your style and to improve, because there's so much to learn. There's color theory and composition and anatomy and gesture. There's all these things that you have to learn over time, and this is just a good reminder that you should keep all your stuff, because if you get rid of it, you don't have those milestones to look back on, and you feel like you probably aren't improving. But I saved the best for last. This is one that, holy jumping Jesus, if you're sitting, make sure you're sitting extra, because you might not be able to handle this. Here we go. Oh my lord, it gets worse. Like every time I look at it, it gets worse. It's almost like it's morphing as I'm looking at it. So if you couldn't tell what this deranged Pillsbury Doughboy creature is, yeah, it's supposed to be Sans from Undertale. I drew this around the time Undertale came out as a speed drawing, and oof, wow, that's a lot of something. I didn't even draw bones for his legs. I just drew like weird doughy cankle things in his shoes that are supposed to be slippers. I don't know what I was thinking when I made this, but you know, at the time I was like, wow, this is so good. I did a good job. But then looking back on it, I'm like, whoa, could have did better. The colors look okay. The smile looks nice. He's got a award-winning smile there. The fingers on the bones, a little messed up. I think you have a few more bones in your hand than that. The eyes didn't really do a whole lot there. I'm pretty sure Sans only has like one glowing eye. I don't know why I drew like two blue eyes. I think he only has like one blue eye. I don't know. His slippers are just big rocks. They look like, I don't know what they look like. They look bad though. But you know, compared to the thing I just drew recently with Lancer, this just, you know, you can see the improvement, like, and that's the point I'm trying to get across. Like, if you don't save the old stuff, you don't see the improvement. So even if something looks bad, even if it's garbage, keep it. Like, you need to see that, because you need to see the improvement, and you are improving. If you're an artist out there, if you're drawing, you're improving. Every time you touch the pencil to the paper, you're improving. But you just got to keep up with it. Don't give up, and you know, just keep on learning stuff. And I'm also gonna make another video with some advice, like a tips video. I don't think I'm confident enough to do like drawing tutorials yet, but I do want to give some advice, because I think I have some good advice for beginner artists that will help you guys a lot if you're trying to get into art and you feel confused or lost or frustrated, because trust me, I've been there, and there's a lot of things that I've learned that have helped me tremendously. So I want to share that with you guys, hopefully in the next video or coming up soon. I have some more speed drawings coming up. I'm hopefully going to do some like Christmas stuff. I got a Grinch speed drawing coming up where I drew the Grinch. He looks really interesting. I'll just leave it at that. But that'll do it for this video. Hopefully this convinced you guys to keep all your old artwork. If not, at least to prove that you've improved. It's at least a good laugh to look at old things that you've drawn and see the improvement. But yeah, if you guys want to support the channel, check out the Patreon to get your name on the awesome wall of cats. You can check out the merch. You can check out all my artwork on Instagram, and you can follow me on Twitter. So I'll see you guys next time. If you want to see any of my old artwork or see more of my old artwork, let me know in the comments. I'll make another video. There's a lot of hilarious stuff. I tried to pick the best stuff for this one, but there might be more hidden gems on my old computer, so I'll check it out. But thank you guys for watching. Share it with a friend, share it with your mom. I don't know. See you guys next time. Bye.